Hello my dear students, once again welcome to your online class. Hope you had a great Dussehra vacation and now it's time for you to come back to your virtual classes. So in today's video, we'll be discussing about the chapter application of derivatives. Since we have already done the chapter derivatives and the second order derivatives in the previous classes, so now we'll be learning the physical significance of derivative, that is where the derivatives can be used. Okay, so the first we'll be discussing about the tangent and the normal, and also in the second part we'll be discussing about the chapter maxima and minima. So these are the two important topics included in the application of derivatives in your reduced syllabus. So now coming to the first topic, tangent and the normal. So the principle of derivative, it can be applied to find the equation of the tangent and a normal of a given function. For example, if I consider a curve, okay, a function of f of x, and I consider any point P, okay, whose coordinate is x1 and y1. And now if you are asked to find the tangent to the curve at the point P, okay, so then I will draw a straight line touching that point only just at one point. So the equation of this tangent, so usually in coordinate geometry we have learned that the equation of a line can be given by y minus y1 is equals to m into x minus x1, okay, which is of the form y is equals to mx plus c, okay, where m is the slope. And we know that the slope of a given curve at a point can be easily determined by the derivative of that function at a given point. So therefore here the m can be written as m is equals to dy by dx at the point x1 comma y1. So therefore finally what I get the equation of the curve will be y minus y1 equals to dy by dx at the point x1 comma y1 and x minus x1. So using this formula we can easily get the equation of the tangent to the given curve at a point. Now coming to the normal, we already know that what is the normal? The normal is the line drawn perpendicularly to the tangent. So suppose if I draw a line to the tangent at a given point at an angle of 90 degree. Now we have also learned in class 10 that the equation of the two lines perpendicular to one another, like if m1 be the equation of one line and m2 is the equation of the other line perpendicular to the first line, then m2 will simply be equals to negative of 1 divided by m1. So same thing if I apply here, so the equation of the normal of the tangent at a given point can simply be given by y minus y1 equals to minus the reciprocal of the slope of the tangent, that is minus 1 divided by dy by dx at a point x1 comma y1 into x minus x1. Okay, so using these two simple steps we can easily find the equation of the tangent and a normal. So we will be solving few questions on how to find the equation of the tangent and a normal of a given curve or a given function using the derivative. Now we will be discussing about the second topic, that is the maxima and minima. Okay, so first let us try to understand practically what is the maxima and minima known as. So the maxima is the maximum value and the minima is the minimum value. Suppose now again I consider two cases. Okay, so I have a curve like this which is defined in the range or domain A and B. Okay, and the equation of this curve, let it be f of x. Okay, so here the maximum value of the curve or the maximum value of the function means the point where this curve attains the maximum value. That means this curve is attaining the maximum value at the point P, and the corresponding value in its y-axis is known as the maximum point, maximum value or a maxima. Okay, and the point at which it attains the maximum value is known as the point of maxima. Okay, so also note that at the maximum value, the curve, it starts changing from an increasing function to a decreasing function. Okay, so now at this point, what happens? The curve attains the maximum value and the corresponding gives the maximum value, and the point at which it attains the maximum value is known as the point of maxima. Now we consider the second case in which we have a function, a curve, okay, or like this kind of curve, a function which is given by f of x again. So here, and this curve is also defined in the range a and b. Now we have the value c in between a and b such that at that point, okay, at that point the curve or the function has a minimum value, and that is known as the minima. Okay, a minimum value is known as the minima, and the point at which the curve attains a minimum value is known as the point of minima. And also in this, if you notice that at the point of minima, the curve, the decreasing function, it starts changing into a increasing function. Okay, so this is the basic concept of the maxima and minima. Now we will try to understand this in terms of the derivatives. Okay, so now we see that at the point maximum or the minimum value, what happens? If I draw a tangent at that point, the tangent is parallel to x-axis. So we know that any line which is parallel to x-axis, what is its slope? Its slope is equals to 0. So therefore at maximum, at maxima or minima, what we see? We see that the slope is equals to 0. So therefore the derivative of the function, that is dy by dx, will remain 0. So this is the condition for a curve to have either a maximum or a minimum value. Now looking at these two curves, we see that for a maximum value or for a maxima, here the curve, what happens? It starts changing from positive to negative, that means from increasing to decreasing. So I call it a positive value to a negative value. And in case of minima, we see that the function, the value of the function, it was a decreasing function, and at a point of minima, after the point of minima, the value, the function starts changing or it starts increasing. So thus we can say that for a maximum point, okay, the function starts changing from positive to negative, and in case of the minima, it starts changing from negative to positive. So finally I write these two conditions here, that is for a maximum point, the first order derivative, that is dy by dx, equals to 0, because the value, the slope of the tangent at a given point will always be equals to 0. And the second condition that can describe whether a function, whether a value is a minimum value or a maximum, is if the second order derivative is less than 1, that is if it comes out to be a negative integer or negative number, then the point is then given function, then at a given point the given function is a decreasing or a maximum point. Okay, and for a second one, for a minimum value, the first order derivative will be equals to 0, and the second order derivative will always give a value greater than 1. Okay, so these are the two important conditions to know whether a function is an increasing function or a decreasing function at a given point. So now using these two concepts, that is about the tangent and a normal and a maxima and a minima, I will solve few of the questions, and then rest you have to do it on your own. So here I have taken one question that tells us to find the equation of the tangent and the normal to the curve y is equals to 2 sin x plus sin 2x at a point x equals to pi by 3. So let us try to understand how to find the equation of a tangent and a normal to the curve at a given point. So first thing we do is we will try to find the slope. The slope can easily be determined by finding its derivative. So therefore since I have y equals to 2 sin of x plus sin of 2x, okay, so differentiating this one, dy by dx will be equals to the derivative of sin is, it is 2 cos of x plus the derivative of sin 2x will be cos of 2x into, now again if I differentiate this, it will give me 2. Okay, so finally I will get dy by dx equals to So I can take 2 common and then I'll write cos of x plus cos of 2x. Okay, so now I have to find the value of this derivative at a point pi by 3. So therefore I write derivative at a point pi by 3. I'll write this in the next step. So therefore dy by dx at a point pi by 3. So simply what do? I replace all the x with the value pi by 3. So it will be cos of pi by 3 plus cos of 2 pi by 3. Okay. So now substituting the value, what I get? I get dy by dx at pi by 3 will be equals to 2. Now the value of cos pi by 3, pi is 180 divided by 3, that is 60. The cos of 60 is equals to 1 by 2 plus cos of, sorry, not cos of. So here I see cos of 2 pi by 3. 2 pi by 3 means 2 into 180 is 360. 360 divided by 3 is 120, and that 120 can be written as it is 90 plus 90, 30. Okay, so cos of 30. Okay, and this lies in a second quadrant, and a second quadrant the cos is negative. So it will be plus into minus. What is the value of cos 30? Minus half. Okay, so what do I get? So therefore dy by dx at the point pi by 3, okay, will be equals to 2 into, so this is half minus half. So half minus half, this will give me 0. Okay, so therefore the slope is 0. So therefore dy by dx at pi by 3 is equals to 0. Okay, so now to write the equation of a tangent, I need the value of y as well. Okay, since x, the value of x is pi by 3, because the equation is given by y minus y1 equals to m into x minus x1. I know the value of x1, but I need to know the value of x2 as well. So to get the value of x2, what do? I substitute the value there in the given equation. Now since I also have y is equals to 2 sine of x plus sine of 2x. Okay, so therefore y will be equals to 2 sine of, now substituting the value of x as pi by 3. So pi by 3 plus sine of 2 pi by 3. Okay, so this will give me y is equals to 2. Now sine of pi by 3. Okay, pi means it is again 180. 180 divided by 3 is how much? 60. So sine of 60 is into root 3 by 2 plus, similarly here I get sine of 30. But it lies in a second quadrant. In a second quadrant, sine is positive. So the value of sine 30 is root 3 by 2. So here 2 and 2 get cancelled. So therefore y will be equals to root 3 plus root 3 divided by 2, which will simply give me 3 root 3 divided by 2. Okay, so therefore I have both the values. So that is x1 there I can write as pi by 3, and the y1 is 3 root 3 divided by 2. Okay, so finally I can write the equation of the tangent from this formula. So therefore the equation of tangent will be equals to y minus y1. What is the value of y1? It is 3 root 3 divided by 2. Okay, equal to m. That is the slope here. The slope here is equals to 0 into, what is the value of? Then again we have x minus x1. x1 is pi by 3. So this side no need to do anything, it's simply 0. So therefore it implies that y is equals to root 3 root 3 divided by 2, or simply 2y equals to 3 root 3, which is the required equation. Okay, so that is how we find the equation of a tangent to the given curve of a given curve at a given point. Once you find the equation of the tangent, it's very simple to find the equation of a normal. So simply I reverse it. So therefore the equation of normal here, normal will be equals to y minus 3 root 3 divided by 2. Now reversing this one, what do I get? I get, so it's 0, so I get 1 divided by 0. So 1 divided by any number is undefined. So this side I get undefined. So therefore y will be equals to 2 root 3 divided by, so multiplying divided by, so after this what can I do? I can do that y equal to undefined plus 3 root 3 divided by 2, or this implies that y is equals to infinity. So what does this represent? This represents a line that is perpendicular to the x-axis. Okay, so that is how we find the equation of a tangent and a normal to the given curve.